Hello, I'm Bill Farmer, 5th District Urban County Council member, welcoming you to our new edition of Lexplore. Today we've come to Ashland, the Henry Clay Estate. It's a new season for them, and we're going to find out all about it. Please stay with us. Welcome back. I've been joined by Christina Bell, who is the Director of Development here at Ashland Henry Clay Estate. Christina.
Howdy.
Nice to see you today.
Nice to see you. Thanks for coming over.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. And I need to stop first and thank you for the great job you have done during your tenure of awakening and bringing people to the estate. I just think it's great outreach and something so very important.
It's a great team here at Ashland, and we have wonderful people that are dedicated, great staff. We have 80 volunteers. We have a volunteer board.
That's a big volunteer core.
It is, and we couldn't do it without them. So it's a great group of people, and we're ready for the spring.
Well, I mean, the estate's closed in January and February.
It is.
So March is, in essence, your grand opening, your new year.
It is.
So what's up in the new year?
We have some good things in this March. We are kicking off March with our March Membership Madness.
Membership Madness, you say?
Because March Madness, kind of big around the country.
Right.
So we have our own March Membership Madness here at Ashland. And we do our kickoff in early March, and then the whole month of March. You can come and join and be a friend, get a friend membership at Ashland, and support the preservation and our educational center here. And you may or may not know that Ashland does not receive any city, state, or federal funding of any sort.
I think you need to repeat that.
Yes. I think a lot of people think that we are federally funded.
Right.
We are
or underwritten somehow.
We receive none of that, and we are funded strictly by sponsorships, events, our kind and generous donors in this community and beyond. And so that is how we support Ashland and keep it as it is.
So people that are kind of Henry Clay fans become involved in a certain way?
They do, and we have lots of ways for people to become involved. They can be a friend, they can be a Henry Clay Society member, they can be a volunteer, they can sponsor an event. If they have a business or a company that would like to sponsor an event, we had the tree sponsored.
Yes.
And so that's how we do things that bring lots of new people on the property, because we couldn't do it if we didn't have that kind of sponsorship or that kind of community support. So since Ashland is open 365 days a year for the entire community to enjoy these 17 acres.
Right.
We like to have everybody come and support, even if it's $1. If every person in the city gave $1, we'd have a good support system for the entire year.
Well, but it is an estate, but it's very much a part of the neighborhood.
It is very much. I think people don't realize it increases your property values to have Ashland here in the center of the city. We bring tourists from all over not only the country, but the world.
Oh, yes.
We educate thousands of school children every year. And I think, it brings lots of tourism and business to Lexington. And so not only that, but it gives us all a rich history right here in the center of the city.
Right in the center of it. Yes, ma'am.
17 acres to enjoy walking paths, gardens, and just a contemplative, quiet place, not to mention coming in the mansion and all the history that's here.
So the March Madness, Membership Madness, runs all month long. All
month long. You can become a friend anytime during the year. It's just that we kick it up when we open up in March and say, come be a friend of Ashland. So.
Excuse me. And then the newsletter goes along with that participation level?
Yes.
And is that once a quarter that comes?
We have a newsletter twice a year.
Twice a year, excuse me.
That goes to all our friends and all our supporters so that they can know all the events that are coming up. And there's lots of them. We've got, in this first newsletter that's just now out, everything through June.
Yes, up through the lawn party.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
You come to the lawn party, it's fun.
Oh yeah, I can walk home. But you use, in this instance, and we'll show a close-up of the front, a much younger portrait of Henry Clay, what I would call a much more virile portrait. I think it's a beautiful depiction.
Well, it is a wonderful depiction, and it's on our website.
So, okay.
So people can see it there, and then they can get on and become a member on PayPal, we're all up in this century, Bill. We're on we're on the internet now, so people can join by getting on our internet and doing PayPal, or they can call the estate, or they can come in March and become a friend. We make it
266-8581.
That's, wow.
Why do I remember? I do not. That's one of those. I just got it from the beginning.
It's a good number to remember. And the other thing that we're doing in March, which is so fun, this is a brand new event. You know, I don't know if you knew this, but Henry was a poker enthusiast. He liked to play some poker.
I didn't know that.
So we're having our very first Ashland poker tournament. And if you're a fan of the Texas Hold'em game, that is what we're playing. It's going to be at the Signature Club.
On Lansdowne Drive.
We couldn't have it here at the estate. And
right.
It's going to be March 22nd. So again, look on the website.
What day? Is that a Saturday?
It's a Friday night.
Oh, it's a Friday night.
March 22nd.
Okay.
So if you're a novice, you can enter at the $50 rate for the fee, or if you're an accomplished poker player, there's a $250. If you don't play poker at all, we're still having blackjack. And so this is a fundraiser for Ashland, but the top winners of the tournament actually will win cash. So get on the website for all the rules and call and make your reservation, because we can take, I think, 100 players.
Oh,
and
really?
There's specific, for those of people that play poker.
Right. I'm sure there's there's a core of that group here too.
Yes, there are.
Are you going to give a trophy or just what do they get?
Money.
Money. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Money. The ultimate answer.
People like
yes.
the money.
Money is
so
everywhere.
The top 3 winners in each category will win a percent. We don't know how much that is yet, because we don't know how many poker players we're going to have.
It's a moving.
But it's also a big fundraiser for Ashland. So
that's March.
They could even, if they wanted to, they could donate their winnings back to Ashland.
Always on the mend, aren't you? Well done.
Well, it's the way we got to support this wonderful place. It's March 22nd.
March 22nd.
At 5 o'clock in the evening till 11, so it's a light night for the poker players.
All right.
And it's on a Signature Club on Lansdowne.
We will look forward to that.
It'll be lovely. So maybe you want to come.
I might. I would definitely.
At least come by.
There's a lower level. I'm glad, you know. But in the meantime, I think we have more things we want to talk about, and we want to move to another part of the house.
Okay.
So if you will stay with us,
I will.
if you all be with us when we come back, thank you.
Hi, I'm David O'Neill, your Property Valuation Administrator, with an important message for homeowners that could save you money on your next property tax bill. If you're 65 years of age or older or disabled and you own your own home, you probably qualify for Kentucky's homestead exemption, saving you up to $410 a year on your property taxes. But don't wait until your birthday. Apply today at fayettepva.com or give us a call at 246-2722. I look forward to hearing from you.
Christina, thank you again for having us up today.
Our pleasure. Thank you for coming.
We know it's the beginning of a new year and there's a lot of things going on. We've already talked about some of them, but at this point we've come into the study, which is one of my favorite rooms.
It's a nice room. And this is where Henry might have come to drink a little bourbon.
We have some of those implements right here.
Yes, we do.
And from talking to Eric's your curator, Eric Brooks.
Yes, he is.
And he says that he would have studied in here.
He would have studied in here, and we are having a big event in April that goes to that bourbon thing that I was
to the studying that he might have done here. Because I think that was the point, is he would have studied here, but he might have had a little sip of corn too.
He might have. And the whole month of April, we're doing a Clay Roots event. And it is the 400th anniversary of the Clay family coming to America. And they came in 1613.
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
And so we're having a whole month. We're inviting all the Clays across the United States to join us for a giant family reunion. But even if you're not a Clay, you can come and join us for a mansion open house. And we're doing family portraits. We're doing a lot of things about genealogy. So if you're not a Clay and you think you might be a Clay, you can maybe come and find that out. Or hear a lot about the Clay family. I know it's a big event on the 21st of April.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But this runs the whole month, you say?
Well, we have things throughout the month.
Okay.
Which everybody can go to our website and see.
And name that website.
henryclay.org.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then the next day, on the 21st of April, we're having a whole arbor celebration here at Ashland because, as you probably know, we have 400 trees on the property. So
give or take.
Give or take. So we're doing a whole arbor celebration. We're having a kids climb where kids can climb up in the tree just this one time because we don't usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll
no,
be fun.
you need to tell people. We need to tell people about that.
That'll be fun.
That's very.
We have a climb company coming here to do you know, the actual climbing up in the tree with harnesses, and it's all very safe, and we've checked it all out, so kids can come climb. The University of Kentucky Wind Symphony is coming to do a concert on the grounds that day. You can adopt a tree because
That's always been very popular here, and something that still needs to be done.
yeah, and anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on which tree it is, you can adopt it and care for it for a year.
All right.
So,
So that's a yearly subscription.
it is.
I didn't know that, but that's very smart because each year would be different.
Well, as you know, all the weather that comes across the city, the ice storms, the wind storms, and with 400 trees, you can imagine.
So they won't, and I hate to get off onto the side here, they won't be climbing the Norwegian spruce that we light at the holiday.
No, not that one.
They'll be climbing.
It'll probably be the walnut right out in the back lawn.
Oh, okay.
It'll be safe and limbed up, and everything will be perfectly safe for the kids to do that.
I mean, that's just so different.
So different. We've never done that before.
Well, but I think that's been kind of the hallmark of your development tenure here, is kind of doing things different to bring different groups to the estate and to the home and into the family, if you will.
Exactly. We have lots of things to offer here. We have the wonderful rich history. We have the grounds. I mean, there's just so much here that people can enjoy. So we try to do different events to bring in different groups and different, you know, all age ranges.
All right, then and I don't want to take you somewhere you don't want to go, but 400 years of Clay family. How many people is that? I mean...
Well, our curator, again, Eric Brooks, and our director of tour operations, Avery Malone, I think it's somewhere in the thousands that there could be of Clays across the United States. It'd be great if they'd all come here and see their heritage that weekend.
That's a tremendous outreach just to think about.
Yeah, so we're putting it out in the Clay Family newsletter and invitations across the country to all Clays. Of course, there's a lot of Clays here.
Right here anyway, here in surrounding counties.
That's right.
And there are a lot, I think, at least in our area, a lot of genealogy buffs, people who are interested
It's big now.
in their heritage and their community's heritage. And
There's all those shows on television now, Who Do You Think You Are, and those types of things where people are really looking back at their lineage and their heritage. So
I'm just always afraid I'm going to find out. You know?
I imagine it would be good, Bill. I really do. And then the last event in April is our Tree and Bourbon Trail. And
Oh, now tell me about this.
That's a new one too. So we're having a tree tour around the grounds.
Okay.
And at some stops on some trees, we're having bourbon. And so you can stop to learn about the tree and have a little bit of bourbon. And we'll have different distilleries here around the grounds. And so you can try the different types of bourbon. And the reason for the bourbon is that Henry Clay was a big bourbon fan.
Yes.
And he used to take barrels of bourbon from Woodford Reserve, what is now Woodford Reserve, and took it to Washington because, and you'll appreciate this, Bill, he said it lubricated the wheels of government.
Smart man then
So,
and now. Yes.
So we are bringing another different group of people that might not have enjoyed Ashland, letting them see the trees and the history of the trees and the bourbon of the area and sample a little bourbon. And again, people can get on our website at henryclay.org and learn all about that. And you can also adopt a tree that day as well.
So how late in the month is that going to be?
That's Sunday, April 28th, from 5 to 7 p.m.
So a Sunday afternoon.
Right. So you can come have a little
5 to 7.
test of bourbon before dinner. So it'd be
Well,
nice
we want to help you push that because
Yeah.
that's totally different than
That's
anything you've done before.
completely new. We've done tree trails, and you can come on the grounds now and do our outdoor tree trail if you want, but we've added the bourbon to it.
Well, bourbon is more popular than ever, and certainly is having a certain sort of renaissance here in the city of Lexington, for that
Yes.
matter. And so I think you're tapping into that at the very right time. And
Absolutely. And there are some trees on the grounds. As you mentioned, our Norway spruce that we light at Christmas is 138 years old. The giant ginkgo trees right in front of the mansion are really old. Henry Clay brought those here. They're not original to his time, I don't think, but he brought them here. And there are some original ash trees on the property to win.
have you all avoided the ash borer problem?
We have treated it, and that's another thing that we do with the money. When people adopt a tree, we're
Sure.
able to do projects like that to save and preserve those trees, as well as limbing them up. This year we had a giant project that we're still trying to complete where we took all the vines around the bottoms of the trees and took them off because, you know, those kind of suck the life out of trees. So we've done a lot of tree preservation this year, and it takes a lot of money to do that. And
Well, and then I mean, in years past, you had a buffalo clover exhibit or something at the
We
back.
do, and we still have parts on the grounds where you can see the buffalo clover, so yes.
And then you added the Civil War monument at the back corner.
Yes, and and as you know, we had the 150th anniversary last fall of the
Yes.
Battle of Ashland,
Yeah.
with a giant Civil War reenactment, and we're going to do that again this September.
I'm sorry I missed that. I would love to have seen
It
that.
was a great day.
The
Over
pictures were
500
great.
people came that day.
Really?
Eric and Avery and all the staff here at the estate did a wonderful job. You know, reenactors. We had Henry Clay reenactor here.
Mhm.
It was had the mansion open with reenactments of things that would have happened in the day. So it was really interesting, and it's a great learning experience. And as you know, we're an educational center here.
Oh, you are,
Yeah.
for so many ages and stages of life.
Yes.
And then as I walked up, I had not noticed there's a Masonic kind of a plaque or a fixture out here extolling the many posts that Henry Clay held in the Masonic order, which again, something else popular at another time,
Yes.
but more popular now than ever.
There's a lot that people don't know probably about Henry. There's that part. He was Secretary of State. He was Speaker of the House.
Oh.
He was a senator. So there's a lot to know about Henry.
More than we can do in this 15 minutes.
That's true. So that's why people need to come here as often as possible. And if you haven't been here ever, or you haven't been here in 20 years, the exhibits change. And so we're having one March through June about political memorabilia.
Really?
And Eric, again, our curator Eric Brooks has come up with that. And you know, you might know that Henry ran for president 3 different occasions.
Yes.
So we have a lot of political memorabilia here for people to look at. And as we've just come through a big election and a big political year, we thought it would be kind of interesting for people to see what might have happened in Henry's day, how he advertised, how he, you know.
Well, but I mean, for a politician that's been passed away for as long as he has, he still has great popularity with current politicians, especially in Washington, I find.
Absolutely. They're still quoting him in the
Oh,
Senate.
yeah.
They're still quoting him in the Supreme Court regularly. Speaker of the House, John Boehner,
Oh,
still
yeah.
talks about Henry. As you know, we had Speaker of the House, John Boehner, Nancy Pelosi here last year
Yes.
to receive the Henry Clay Medallion, and
It was a wonderful event.
big buffs of Henry, and big
So,
fans.
so still the best way to connect easily is through henryclay.org.
Correct. That's our website. So you can go there to learn about history, or also all of our events, and see what's going on in Ashland, and come on over and join us.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Christina, thank you very
Thank
much.
you for all your support. We appreciate
Well, we like to take care of people right in the district, and you all are right in the district, so it's easy. I'm Bill Farmer for Lexplore. We always enjoy the opportunity to visit with you. If you have a thought or a place that we should come and see, please let us know. But for now, thank you very much.